human rights and values of their citizens.
A couple other quick things. In answer to Kristen's question about 21 Christians being killed this weekend, you said the president put out a strong statement this weekend. The statement on Sunday was from you. It said statement by the press secretary, just to be clear. It was not a statement from the president.
Yeah, I misspoke on that.
Okay, I just want to be clear. And then in that statement, that's what I want to ask you, because you put it out, under your name, you talked about the murder of 21 citizens. And I'm curious, why didn't you mention it was 21 Christians killed by Muslims? Is that relevant?
It sure is, because the ISIL extremists who carried out this attack indicated that the reason that they were killing them wasn't just because they were Egyptian, but also because they were Christian. Right. So and I think the president has been very clear that it is, the president talked about this actually in his prayer breakfast speech that he gave earlier this month, that there's a responsibility of people of all faiths to stand up and speak out when individuals try to use faith and distort faith to try to justify an act of violence.
So why were you, given that, why were you not clear on Sunday? It went out under your name. Why didn't you say 21 Christians were killed?
Yeah. Well, Ed, I've tried to be clear here. I can't account for that specific line in the statement, but we've been clear there that we condemn this murder. The president was clear in the op-ed that was published today, and on a variety of occasions I think I've been pretty clear here that we condemn the outrageous killing these Egyptian citizens because of their Christian faith. Okay,
and the last one. 2 days earlier, on the 13th, you put out a statement under the president's name about the tragic deaths of the 3 Muslim students at the University of North Carolina. And in there, the president said, quote, "No one in the United States of America should ever be targeted because of who they are, what they look like, or how they worship." Why was their Muslim faith relevant in that statement?
Well, Ed, I think, as we've indicated, the situation in North Carolina is still under investigation. And local law enforcement authorities there are trying to determine exactly what the motivation of the individual who's been charged with this crime was. And so that is still under investigation. But what is clear is that there is this principle that exists, regardless of the faith of the individual in question, that people should not be targeted because of their religion and what they look like or what their last name is or how they worship. That is true.
The North Carolina case, they were targeted because they were Muslim?
Well, this is something that's still under...
People are saying it was because of a parking space. We don't know. It's a local law enforcement investigation right now, as you say.
Yeah.
So why was their faith invoked in the president's statement?
Well, Ed, I think it is important for the president, in this case, as he has in many others, to articulate a pretty clear principle. And I think it's the kind of principle that the vast majority of Americans should be able to support, which is that people should not, regardless of their faith, be targeted because of what their last name is, what they look like, or how they worship.
We don't know that they were targeted because of their last name or their faith.
Yeah. So I guess, Ed, what you could, and I think that's acknowledged in the statement as well. And we've also acknowledged that this is an issue that's under investigation in North Carolina. But I think as a principle, this is the kind of thing we should all be able to agree with. Okay. Bill.